everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kim. Tonight's video looks at our June budget. Okay, we're going to take a look at our June budget. I call it my mid-year budget blues. I always hope that by June and that anything that needed to be fixed is fixed, and that for the foreseeable future things look pretty upbeat. But I've got to say, this June, as it started out as far as finances, going in the right direction, and we seem to be falling behind a little bit, so I'll explain. So our June income is $3,800 with our rent at $1,550, our electric $168, phone $225, car insurance at $75, renter's insurance at $30. I budget $400 for groceries, $80 for our pet, $50 for the household for like household products, goods, cleaning stuff. Gas is $100. Our total expenses are $2,678. Retirement savings this month will be $500 will be put in. $150 will be in our new medical and dental fund, and then in our emergency fund $472. With all that added up, that's our zero-based budgeting, $3,800 allocated. Some of the issues that we're having. Well, first of all, when you get into summer and that, there's always issues with cars. We just hit a deer carcass on the highway here last weekend and damaged our muffler, and we've had a brand new exhaust system in our car for about 3.5 years. It cost us almost $2,000 in 2022, the end of 2022, and so yeah, that was a major expense, and then to have the muffler, I think it was nicked by, something on the carcass that was in the middle of the interstate. There was no way that we could avoid it, so now we have kind of a roaring. It's not a lot to get it fixed. It's just irritating that, we just continue to fix our car, and this is something that if it gets louder, obviously, you get a ticket, so we're going to see how it goes, if it gets any louder, but our plans are to get a new car the end of the third quarter, the beginning of the fourth. My husband will still use this car, so again, if it does get louder, and I'm pretty sure it will, with the salt on the roads and that, we will have to replace it for him to continue driving it without getting a ticket. My husband's place of employment was sold, so it got sold at the end of the first quarter. So brand new owners with brand new policies, and of course, even though you always will, usually get some different things in benefits and stuff, our benefits are going to be more expensive. We don't know any of the details yet, but it has been forewarned that things like medical insurance and dental insurance, even though they were already high with the company that used to own it, will go even higher. So we've also reached, though we've reached some important goals this year, we seem to be, kind of falling behind because of the cost of groceries. I mean, groceries do go up every year, to some extent. But when we're talking about things that are double and triple, when we're just talking about basic groceries and that has really hurt us the most. If it's just, giving up a few things until prices adjust, or if things are low in inventory or stock or whatever, or shipments or whatnot, we can adjust to that. But just week after week, month after month, just constant increases of basic things, it's really getting pretty old. So we looked at like the inventories of houses in the area, what has been sold in the last 90 days, and the average price of a house is $275,000. And where, for the most part, in our mind's eye, we want to get a house like 160, 185. We're not looking for anything more than 1,200 square feet. I want a smaller house so that I can keep it up. My husband doesn't want a massive yard or anything like that he has to mow when he's in his 70s or 80s. We're looking at, what we can afford. Because of our age, we'll likely have a 20-year mortgage, and on and on. So, yeah, things are very expensive. And the last thing that we want to do is get a house at this time, either now or in the next probably year, and then go upside down where we have negative equity. And we've seen lots and lots and lots of people have that happen. in the last few years, in the last at least 10 years. So what we noticed, of course, is the retirement savings and the emergency fund savings did decrease this month, decreased 12%. The emergency fund decreased 13%, and then, of course, with the increases, our energy year over year went up 16%. Fees all of a sudden added to the phone 340%. The fee was $2.50, and now it's $11. And then, of course, fuel went from $60 a month budgeted to $100 a month budgeted. So, yeah, that is crimping our style here. We're not going to be able to save at the amount that we were planning on saving or grow that emergency fund the way we were planning on growing that emergency fund if the cost of living just continues to go up and up. So that so far is our June budget. And you get to see a little behind the scenes. I left some notes in my budget sheet today just to discuss. In case you're new here or you didn't hear an earlier announcement about it a few weeks ago, I am down to part-time hours. I was at full-time hours. I'm down to 3 days a week, and I can work those 3 days a week at home. So I'm still thankful and grateful to have a job. So in case you're wondering about our income or that the amounts may have changed or such, that is what our income is now with me working 3 days a week. So full disclosure, I had this written down on a piece of paper and lost my piece of paper, so I'm just going to keep it here in the budget sheet and just read off of it. So for anyone who's new or hasn't been here since the beginning, we do without a lot of things these days so that we can play catch up with our finances. Someday down the road, we'll have a streaming service again. We'll go on a vacation, I hope. We'll buy clothes in a department store if need be. And of course, we'll eat a meal in a restaurant. But for right now, and until we feel caught up, and we can afford it, we're going to keep to our strict budget. For the foreseeable future, I see because of that I will continue to create videos about our budget, shopping, cooking, my pantry, and of course our home life. I have no plans for creating a life of abundance or, in contrast, frugal life, or worse yet, a life without limits type of videos. I'll also add in, I can't afford to be a prepper, so there won't be any of those types of videos on my channel either. And I say all this because I often get feedback from what I assume are other content creators. The lifestyle category for videos is a very, very competitive category on YouTube, and I feel like competition can really intimidate a lot of people and make them act untoward other content creators. And I look at competition as a good thing. It can help you improve your content, and it also can avoid complacency. So I do get some interesting feedback, and so I just want to put it out there into the world, the type of videos that I plan on keeping on my channel and the type of videos that will never be. So until next time, thanks for stopping by. This was June 2026 budget. Take care, be well, and I'll talk with you again.